All right, candle range theory trader back with you with another video on the win rate of the candle range theory finally revealed. So let's get straight into it. We're not going to waste time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For this method, we're going to be back testing the 1 hour chart. So all these charts are going to be 1 hour. All times are Eastern Standard. Works for any market. So this is the decision flow that we'll be using. And I'm going to talk you through all of the trades. We're going to do the month of January on euro dollar. I did not pre-do this or anything, so it's just going to be off the fly. So here we go. The first thing I'm going to be looking for as I go through this replay is there an ATR candle, okay, at a key price level? If you do not know what an ATR candle is, you need to pause this video, go to the link in the description describing what the ATR candle size indicator is. That will explain that. And for the sake of this video, let's remember that our key price levels are at the high of the day, high of the week, low of the day, low of the week, or the daily open or the weekly open. Okay, so all that is in there. Okay, so if we see an ATR candle at the key price level, we can continue. Next has the next hour produced a money candle? Money candle is just that candle that pokes below the range, then closes back inside of it, and it must happen 1 hour after the ATR candle. So if there is yes, then we can take the trade. If no, there's no trade. And of course, if it's a larger size money candle, we like to wait for a retracement, and I'll show you that because that's better shown than explained, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with this. But typically, we just like to see a money candle close to the bottom or top of the range, depending on which direction we're trading in. So take profit is always at the opposite side of the range, or you can do a mid-size range if you want to, if it's a larger size ATR candle. So let's just get straight into the chart, and I'm going to talk you through the trades, and we'll get to see the win rate, and we'll break that down even further. So this is the 1 hour chart on euro dollar. And here we go. Remember that blue ATR candles mean we're looking to go long. Yellow ATR candles mean we're looking to go short. So let's go. Okay, so we have a yellow ATR candle here. I clicked a little too fast. If that's the case, I do apologize for that. Sometimes that will happen. Okay, so this is our ATR candle here at 9 o'clock p.m. All right, here is we'll say this is a valid money candle, but what we do is we mark the candle range high here. Candle range low here. All right, so this is pretty much what I'm looking for. Candle range low right there. Okay, so now for the trade to still be considered valid, the high of the money candle cannot be closed above. So this is the money candle right here. Okay, this candle. Let me throw an arrow on here so you make it clear. So it may get poked at, but it cannot be breached. All right, that's the money candle. All right, so we're just going to do a sell order here. The best entry should have been at the open of this candle. However, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And as well, I'm going to set the take profit close to the bottom of the range. Do not get thrown off by the dollar amount. All we're doing for this exercise is to look at the win rate. So I don't care about the money. It's about how many of these trades win versus lose. Okay, so don't get caught up in that. All right, so I'm not going to set a stop loss on this, just to take profit. I'll stop it out manually though. Okay, all right, so that take profit did hit. All right, so bang, that's a winner. All right, so let's clear those out and keep going. So remember, we wait for a yellow or a blue candle. Okay, so we have a blue candle here, but again, it has to be at the low of the day. This is not a money candle because it did not poke below this blue candle's low. So that is invalid. That is not a trade. We keep going. Okay, so we have a blue candle here, but that is not a money candle because it closed below the blue one. So we keep going. Remember, there's only 1 hour. The money candle has 1 hour to produce. If it does not produce in the next hour, we're not worried about it because the reason being is that price is likely to just keep going in the same direction. Can it still reverse? Yes, but we're not playing that game. All right, so we have a yellow candle here at the high of the day. We like seeing that, but this is not a money candle because once again, it did not poke above the yellow range. So we keep going. Even if it plays out, which it did, we don't care about that. No money candle, no trade. All right, so we do have an ATR candle here, but the very next candle was another ATR candle. This is at 3 a.m. Okay, during London session. Let's see if we can get a money candle. Okay, so for candles like these, if the candle closes about 3 to 5 pips on top of the range, I'd be willing to take it as long as the stop loss was, within reason. So with this one right here, the stop loss would be right above the money candle, would be about 15 to 20 pips. So because the range did not have a strong breakout and it is at the high of the day or high of the week, I'd be willing to take this. So we'll set this as the high. That is the low. Okay, once again, my main reasoning is that it didn't break out very strongly outside of the candle range. So I'm going to take that as a sell. And if it keeps going, it's just a loss. No big deal. All right, so this one, I'll go ahead and just close that out. Oh, there must have been news. I don't know if there was news there or not. This could have been a win if you'd have got out here, but obviously price came right back. So, you know, use your own judgment. But we do have let me get rid of those indicators here. We do have another ATR candle at, once again, the high of the week. So let's see if we get another money candle. That is not a money candle, so we keep going. Okay, we got some news coming up here for, I guess this is the euro and the dollar. So I'm going to let that play out. I typically don't really care to trade news. So I'm going to get past this dollar news and then we're back to looking for a setup. All right, so it looks like we're past the dollar news. No money candles. So keep going. All right, so we have an ATR candle here at the low of the day. And okay, the money candle did hit. All right, so this is a valid money candle. Poked below the range, closed back inside of it. So that's our money candle low. Money candle high. What you can also do is you can set a take profit at the open price of the ATR candle as well, or the candle range high. Either one of those is fine, or the middle. So I mean, you have options. So I'm going to set my take profit around here, and let's just see what happens. Okay, all right, so that's a loss. All right, another ATR candle to the downside. That's not, yeah. When you see these big wicks like this, your chances of getting a money candle on this size of a wick is very slim. So I wouldn't even waste time with that. All right, so, oh man, I missed this one. Well, no, okay. So this one, it did hit a key price level. But this is a case, okay, this is what I was talking about with the right here, this rule. If the money candle closes far from the range, price must retrace 50%. This is that example. So because the money candle is sizable, price would have to hit this level right here, the 50% of the fib, for me to get into that. Because the money candle's pretty much erased a lot of the range. This is our take profit down here, and it's already halfway there. So this trade really wouldn't be worth taking unless it retraced. Okay, so without a retrace, I just wouldn't consider it. So, you know, just for the sake of the video, though, I'll take it. It may retrace, it may not. And I'll just set the stop loss here. And we'll just see what happens. Okay, it did retrace and actually went back up. So that's a loss. Okay, all right, so let's keep going. Okay, we're coming up to the middle of the month. Looks like some euro news here, so I'm going to let that pass. All right, so now we have a money candle at the weekly open. That is a key price level. I will enter that short, take profit down here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that did hit. Took a while though. That took hours to play out, but it finally did, so that's good. All right, looks like I missed one. I clicked the mouse a little too fast. Okay, this was at midnight. This is a candle range low here. The money candle did not break it. Well, let's see. Let's measure it to be sure. This candle only broke it by 2 pips, 3 pips. This is fine. That would have been a money candle. And as you can see, it played out directly. You would have been out of this trade in 1 hour. And that was good for 13 pips, which is not a lot. I mean, $10 a pip, that's $130. So, yeah. But that's the pattern. It's still the pattern at the end of the day. So, but some of these I am missing, as you can see. We got some news, so we're going to go past that. I'm not trading news for that obvious reason. You see, anyone who went long here got destroyed on the news. So just stay out of the news. Okay, so we let that go. All right, you got an ATR candle. All right, so we have an ATR candle right here, and the money candle only breached it by not even 2 pips. So this right here is a valid money candle to me. It also is at the low of the day. That's our key price level. Candle range low. So the candle, this low does have to hold for this trade to be valid. This is at 11 p.m. And so we'll do a buy there. Take profit would be up here somewhere. And let's see what happens. Okay, that would have been a loss. If you would have took profit in the middle of the range, you could have considered that a win. But ultimately, though, you see there it did lose. Removes that drawing. Okay, we're almost to mid-January. Let's keep going. And don't get bummed out if price returns and actually does play out. You're scalping here, okay? So, all right, so ATR candle here, but this is not a money candle. It broke out of that range, so we keep going. Some news coming up. I'm going to speed past that. Okay, all right, so there we go. All right, now this is a money candle here. I did miss it, but it's close enough to it. I'll go ahead and just take this for the sake of the video. If it breaks above this high of the day / high of the week, I'll go ahead and count it as a loss. But we'll set our take profit down here to the candle money candle open, or the ATR candle open, and we'll just see what happens. Okay. All right, so it did break out of that range, so we'll go ahead and count that as a loss. Let's keep going. We got news coming up, so I'm going to speed past that. Okay, even though this is an ATR candle, it's not at a key price level. So, and plus with news coming up, all bets are off. As you can see, if you'd went short there, you would have been destroyed. Let's see. Long wicks on ATR candles, typically not a good sign. So, yeah. Let's see. We got blue ATR candles now, but it's not at a key level just yet. Okay, this one's at the low of the day, but there's a long wick there. Not too excited about that. So we'll let that go. News coming up, I'm going to let that go. All right. So, because this was a money candle right here, but this range is so small that, I mean, you know, the money candle wiped out most of the range. So, yeah, you could have got a little breakout here, but, you know, not ideal. But that is the pattern. Okay, let me say this too. Now, you see how this, sometimes you'll have patterns back to back where you'll get a blue and then you'll get a yellow. I don't trade both sides. You can try because this is technically a money candle right here, this doji. But once if I get a long here that plays out, I'm not going to say, okay, well, let me go ahead and go back down. I'll trade ranges both ways all day, every day. I don't do that. If they go back to back, I'll take the one that pays out, leave the other one alone. I'm on to the next one. Okay, news coming up for the dollar, so we're going to go past that. Okay, news is played out. Okay, so just looking for an ATR candle. We're past mid-January. And the REN weight is going to be revealed once I finish the month. So, look, I missed the entry. Okay, here we go. ATR candle at the high of the day. Money candle did print. This was at 11 p.m. I missed the best entry. Best entry should have been right here, but I'm going to go ahead and put a sell in. And if price stays below the high of day here, then it's valid. Take profit is going to be down here. Okay, all right, so let's see what happens. Okay, that's a loss. And let me say this too, because this candle was at 11 at night. I don't like trading that time of night. That's just me. Just because you see an ATR candle at the high of the day, I like to see the high of the day at during London, which is about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or in USA session, which starts at 9:30 a.m. Okay, so we have an ATR candle, and then but this is not a money candle. It broke out a little too far past it. It broke out by 15 pips. So this to me is not a money candle. It's broken out of the range. Can it come back? Yes, but it's nah, I'm good on that. So even if it does come back down, I don't care. It's just not what I'm looking for. And as you can see, it looks like it's going to keep going. All right, so now we have you know, it did come down a little bit, but this is not a money candle. So let's keep going. Okay. Now this is not the high of the day. You know, none of that. So let's just keep going. Remember, the ATR candle and money candle has to be at a key level, key price level. No money candle after that blue one. So we're just gonna keep going. Almost coming up to the end of the month here, and there haven't been a whole lot of trades. But again, I'm just looking for the win rate. And as well, this is why I trade multiple pairs, because sometimes pairs will go days without giving you a trade. Okay, so we got an ATR candle high of the day slash high of the week. It only broke out by 2 pips. I will take that. So we'll do a sell, and this high has to hold for the trade to be valid. And we'll set our take profit at the open price and see what happens. Okay, that's a winner. So now we keep going. These trades are a dime a dozen, though. That's why I watch all the pairs. You know, you'll get one. If you watch every single pairs, you're gonna get one every day. I'm not saying they'll pay you out every day. I'm saying you'll see your setup every day. All right, so here we go. We got a 4 a.m. ATR candle. The money candle poked an existing high of day. So that's good enough for me because it did poke it. Now, but the thing is this. This is a larger size wick, and I'm not a fan of those. This is only 9 pips, so that's decent. But this high does have to hold for the trade to be valid. I'll go ahead and take it, though, for the sake of the video. Take profit will have to be down here. We'll put it at the open price, and let's see what happens. Oh, you guys, look at that. Look at that. It just missed it. You got to be kidding me, man. I'm going to close this out. Because I'm sorry, I watch my scalps. I'm going to take that as a win. Because that one right there just missed it. You will have that. So if you want to set it a little bit above the range close. But yeah, man, you got to hate when that happens. But let's keep going. But I'm going to take my dub. Okay, it did hit, though. It did come back before spiking up again. So it would have hit it either way. So I did the right thing by taking the W on that. All right, so now we have another yellow candle. Let's see, this is at 11 p.m. I'm sorry, 11 a.m. My apologies. But I doubt there'll be a money candle because that wick is a larger size. Oh, wait, let me pause this. Okay, hit the wrong button. All right, so here we go. Okay, money candle, high of day. This is at 10 o'clock at night. Again, not my favorite time to trade, but for the sake of the video, I'll go ahead and take this. This high does have to hold. And we'll put our take profits down here somewhere. See what happens. See, did it break out the range? Yeah, that's a loss. Okay, so we'll take that as a loser and keep going. Okay, we're almost to the end of the month. Let's see, we have another ATR candle and a money candle. I missed the entry. I'll go ahead and get in as long as this high is valid. It's good. Take profit down there. Look at that. Once again, barely missed it. And then shot right back up. That is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that, though. Okay, so this is not a money candle. It's close, but it didn't tap it. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes you will have equal highs or relative equal highs. Hey, use your best judgment. If you want to get in, you can. This could come back down. It's up to you. Okay, I'm not going to take it, though, for the sake of this video. I'm going to stay rigid. And it would have paid out. As you can see, it did hit the bottom of the range. I could have taken that and it would have been a win, but I didn't. Okay, we're almost to the end of the month, so let's keep going. Okay, now you have relative equal lows here, but that would not have paid out, so oh well. But I didn't take it anyway. Okay, we're on January 27th. Waiting for an ATR candle at a high of the day. Okay, here it is. This is at 4 a.m. See how the money candle made the high of the day slash high of the week. We'll put a sell there. The money candle high does have to hold for the trade to be valid. Take profit. We'll put down here. And like I said, for bigger ranges, this range is 30 pips, which isn't very large. But at the same time, you know, if you want to get out at near the mid of the range, you can do that. It's up to you. So let's see what happens. Okay, that's a loss. All right, now we have another ATR candle here. And sometimes they'll come back to back. Let's see what does it measure this breakout though. See if it's legit or not. Only broke out by about 4 pips. I'll take that. High, the money candle high does have to hold. Take profit. Down here, let's see what happens. Let's see, not a clear breakout of the money candle range. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, and that hit. All right. Okay, because this range high, okay, I know it was here, right? But see, I don't count this as a breakout because what I'm looking for, this is the money candle. This money candle right here, I don't consider this candle right here to be like a super breakout. But you're going to have drawdown. Obviously, this drawdown was all the way up here, but then it did come back. So you just, again, use your judgment. Give your stop loss some breathing room, and you'll be fine. Let's remove that. And some of this stuff just has to come with chart time. You're not going to be an instant expert, so don't try to be. All right, so we're coming up on the 27th of January. So, okay, we have a blue ATR candle, no money candle. Let's keep going. There is some news coming up, so I'm going to speed past that and see what the aftermath gives us, if anything. Okay, so news did nothing. We're on January 28th. Keep going. January 29th coming up. We got a lot of news. That is not a money candle. We keep going. Okay, so this is a money candle at 5 a.m. That's in my trading wheelhouse. I like to see those. So we have the money candle here that poked below the range, closed back inside of it. So we'll take that as a buy. Our take profit will be around there. Let's see what happens. Now there is news coming up though, so but we'll see. All right, so that's a loser. Have another ATR candle. Yeah, nothing to do there. All right, so in there. Let's go past the news a little bit. Almost to the end of the month. We got a lot of news here coming up as well. I'm not really comfortable recommending any setups with all this news because news is really a coin flip. You can go either way. So I'll try to find one more. Yeah, let me try to get past this USA news and see what the aftermath is. Okay, so this is a money candle, but see how it's wiped out a large part of the range. So yeah, for the sake of the video though, I'll go ahead and take it just for the sake of the rate. And this high does have to hold. So let me see, and take profit would still be the same, which would be at the bottom of the range right here. And even if this number, even if my return is negative, again, I'm not doing this for the money. I'm trying to show you guys the win rate. All right, so here we go. All right, so that one was a winner. All right, so let me see. We're at January 30th, so we got one more day. And let me see real quick here too. Yeah, this one, again, this is that fib that I was talking about right there. So if you were actually trading this live, when the price would have got around this level right here is where you want to be trying to get in, okay? All right. Okay, so here we go. One more day. Okay, ATR candle, money candle did make the low of the week. So let me see if this is still January. Yeah, all right, so it looks like this will be our last trade. We'll do a buy there. The low of the money candle does have to hold. Take profit up here. And we'll let that play out. Okay, a little bit of drawdown, but the low of the money candle is still holding, so we're just going to let it ride. Okay, and that is a... No, okay, all right, so see how it pinned the bottom of the money candle and then shot up? All right, so it did not close below it. All right, so it's still holding. So I'm fine with that, and we'll just take that as a win. So yeah, because I wouldn't let that loss get away from me. I mean, because when it's yellow, that means it exceeded the ATR, so it may or may not come back or have a little bit of a retrace. But no, okay, it did hit it. All right, so there you go. All right, so that's yeah, and it kept going. Look at that. All right, so anyway. Okay, so let's see the rate. We're going to let this play out through February, and then TradingView is going to reveal the win rate for the month of January, trading euro dollar with the candle range theory sniping method. It's not 100%, obviously. All right, and our win rate is 41%. Okay, now between 40 and 50 is decent for me at least. All right, so let's take a look at this though, because here's the thing. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I've seen traders got 60%, 70%, 100%. That's fine. That's them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about what this can do. All right, let's take a look at this. If you can have a win rate, I don't know why that trips me up so much, between 40 and 50%, let's take a look at this chart here. As long as you aim for a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, you're making money with a 40% win rate, only winning 4 out of every 10 trades that you place. And if you're a 50% win rate trader, okay, doing 2-to-1 or even 1-to-1, you're breaking even. You may not be making money doing 50%, but you're definitely not losing either. So now I want to give you a brief example. So don't let this bum you out. Okay, 40% is great if you have good risk management. So now I'm going to go over to my trusty ChatGPT tool, and I'm going to pose this question, and then we'll see the results. So let's just say you have a $50,000 funded account, okay, that you've managed to trade, hopefully using the candle range theory. So I'm going to say this. If a trader has a $50,000 account with a 40% win rate, and they risk 2% per trade and earn, and for our risk to reward ratio, we're going to go for, we'll do a 2-to-1. I like 3-to-1 better. I like risking 2% to try to get 6%, but with this is scalping, I'll do a 2-to-1. 4%. Okay, so with this, this is a 40% win rate, all right? You're risking 2% per trade, and you earn 4% per trade. You're not taking any withdrawals until the end of the month. And let's just say for the whole month, you take, or you have, we'll say, with scalping, I mean, you're going to have a good amount of trades. So let's say 23 trades. All right, so once again, $50,000 funded account, 2% risk per trade. You earn 4% per trade. So you're losing 2% or you're earning 4% with every trade that you take. And we're going to see how much would the balance be at the end of taking 23 trades for that month. All right. So we press enter and let's see how we do. So it spits out the 2%, 4%, yada, yada, yada. Da, 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 da. Distribution. Da, 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 da. Calculating. And what we're looking for is the final balance. How much would we possibly be able to make? All right. So approximately, okay, give or take, you would earn $3,633.37. Okay, $3,000 for, well, we'll say 36 grand, $3,600. All right, with a 40% win rate. Okay, $3,600 with a 40% win rate. Now, if that's pocket change to you, that's fine. For most people, for a lot of people, I think they wouldn't mind making an extra $3,633 a month. Okay, without punching a clock or without even leaving their house. Okay, all right, and that's 40%. Now, can you do better? Sure, because let's say you have a 50%. I wouldn't do anything above 50. If the trader had a 50% win rate, what would the balance be at the end of the 23 trades? All right, so it's analyzing with a 50% win rate, yada, yada, yada. Now, according to this, it's saying you're going to end up with $64,099, which is over 10 grand, if my math is right. All right, I don't know if it went from the $50,000 account or not. So let me see this. It may have gone from the 53,000. So I'm going to double check this. Okay. All right, so we're going to let that work itself out. And I just want to double check the math because I don't know if it started from the profit of the 53 grand or just a flat 50 grand. Okay, and it's saying it's the same. So yeah, that's what, $14,000. So if you win half your trades on a $50,000 account, that'd be an extra $14,000. Of course, after the profit split, it wouldn't be the whole 14, but I think you get the point. Okay, so that's that. And the last thing I'll show you is if we change the win rate. Let's say you somehow tried to get 3-1, 3-1, but I'm going to keep it at 40% win rate. All right, so that means if you had a $50,000 account with a risk of 2% loss and 6% gain, and the win rate is 40%. How much would the balance be after 23 trades? Okay, so that's a $50,000 account. You risk 2% to try to get 6%. That's 1 to 3 risk to reward, and you only win 40% of your trades. How much would you have after 23 trades? Let's check. I know you're not trying to get me to calculate it manually because that's not it. All right, looks like I reached my limit. All right, so, but anyway, so you can definitely understand that the potential is there. All right, and I can promise you, it would have been more than the 53 grand that you would have saw in the first calculation. Okay, just by adjusting your risk to reward ratio. However, because it's scalping, 1 to 3 may be pushing it because let's say you'd have to pretty much get like a 10 pip stop loss to have a 30 pip take profit. That would be like 1 to 3. But some of these trades are not going to give you a 10 pip stop loss. All right, that is not that's not how it's really going to be set up for you. You have to be like razor sharp. Is it possible? Yes, but I'd say between like 20 pip stop loss would probably be, you'll see more of that than like a 10. And if you're doing a 20 pip stop loss, you'll have to have a 60 pip take profit. And if you're doing that, you're going to have to be trading ranges that are at least that long. Because with your ATR indicator, it's going to show you the size of the range. Like this range here is only 14 pips. So that means your maximum take profit would be 14 pips. For this one here, it will be 13 pips. All right. So you need to have a bigger range. This one here is 21 pips. All right, so EU obviously wouldn't be the best pair. You would need a high ATR pair to get bigger ranges, and then you may be able to see some of those returns. But smaller ones, they're not going to be ideal if you're trying to make a whole bunch of money. All right, but I hope this video did help you. I think it's long enough. I appreciate your time and attention. Once again, the win rate, I would say, rule of thumb, if you're doing 50%, you're fine. You are profitable, I promise. Okay, if you can win half your trades, okay, this is your lane right here. And believe it or not, the last thing I'll show you is this. If you just Google, what is the win? I can't talk and type at the same time. What do the people who actually trade for a living, like on Wall Street, etc., what's their win rate? Well, what do you know? 50% or slightly lower. All right. So I know some of these guys are saying they get 100%. God bless them. But professionals, the real deal, folks, they win about half. So their key is risk management. You manage your risk and win half your trades, I promise you'll be able to pay all your bills once you get enough funding. From that point, it's just a matter of having enough capital to make it worth your while. Okay. So I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for this long winded video, but I hope you got some value out of it. And please take care.